So here's a question I have for anybody that would know. If you get franchise tagged, does that count against the cap, or is that like a straight, just like a guarantee?
Well, that's cap number.
That's cap money. Okay. Because I'm trying to
it is, because that's what they were saying with Dak Prescott and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Because that was their big problem with franchising him that second go around, is that they were saying that they would have to absorb that as a straight cap hit.
Yeah, and the Cowboys their money's wrapped around their other players, so they're really gonna have they're really gonna have their hands full trying to move money around to say, here, Dak, we can pay you this much. And Jerry Jones, he's not cheap like John Elway has been known to be, but I don't really agree with some of these analysts that I've been hearing these past couple days saying that Andy Dalton is just as good as Dak Prescott. No, he's not. So I think the Cowboys letting Dak walk away and test free agency is like the stupidest thing they can do.
Well, the reason I ask is because somebody on the Broncos is going to get franchise tagged. And you already had Simmons playing on the franchise tag this year. Yep. So if you tag him again, that's even more expensive. So do they tag Harris? Do they tag Lindsey? Do they tag Simmons again? I mean, who do you think is going to get the tag?
I think Simmons, if he signs it, and if they are trying to maybe tag and trade him, because I think you gotta, if you're really gonna get rid of Simmons, you gotta try and get something for him. And I think you can tag him for the second time and then try and trade him off. But I mean, I'd rather not. I'd rather just get like a backloaded deal that, I mean, I think he's a real good dude, and he's very loyal to the community. And I think like he would be willing to be able to fluctuate something that would be well. I mean, I think I'd be more worried about Shelby hitting the market than anything, because he's had a pop year, and last year he didn't get a chance to really get out and see other teams because of COVID and everything. So he might want to test the market more than we'll let Justin Simmons. And I think a new GM that comes in is going to be like, of course, we're going to keep Justin Simmons. And Von Miller, I think, has such a power about him in the community that I don't know what GM wants to be that guy that comes in and buy Von Miller. Like, I don't
Elway said that he was going to take care of the Von Miller piece in his response, or one of the responses he had. Yeah, he came out publicly. Anyone else here, feel free to fact check what I just said there, but I'm pretty sure I read and heard that he said in a direct response that he was going to be handling the negotiations and discussions with Von Miller.
Specific. Interesting.
So I know that he said that he wanted them to retire a Bronco, but
he did. Yes,
I think it's no coincidence that the Broncos picked up the tab for a private jet for Shelby.
Exactly.
If it was Bosby's wife, they probably would have gotten him like a Greyhound bus ticket or something.
Bus ticket.
But the fact that we have the Jarrell Casey money to play with when it comes to Shelby, I think that plays to our advantage. I would think that they'll be able to work out a deal before free agency for him, and I do think that Simmons, even though his comments and his tweets and such did kind of seem like a goodbye of sorts. I mean, there's so many different steps that have to happen prior to that point. I think that they will work out some sort of a deal with him, and and if they do, ideally with a signing bonus of some sort, they can spread it out a little bit more.